from Kansas.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator Budd, for leading this. This is one of the saddest news conferences we've ever had to do. And we stand here today, I think first and foremost, is to honor the life of Laken Riley and to mourn her loss. And we want our family to know that we're standing beside them and we're not going to let her life pass in vain. I don't have to tell anybody in the audience that she was murdered, senselessly murdered, and her alleged murderer was an illegal alien. This was done in broad daylight without any cause whatsoever. I was stricken this weekend as I heard Laken's father speak. And he said this might not have happened if we had secure borders. Well, it happened because of Joe Biden's policies. It happened because we don't have secure borders. Her alleged murderer was paroled by Joe Biden, one of 2 million people paroled by Joe Biden. How can you possibly begin to vet 2 million people when you bring them into this country, hundreds of thousands of them flown into the country? Besides being paroled, he was arrested in New York and released. There was a warrant out for his arrest in Atlanta. What the Laken Riley Act would do is force local law enforcement to keep that person in custody. An illegal alien that has been arrested should be kept in custody. Can you imagine? We now have 1.5 million people in this country that have went through the entire immigration process and they've not been removed by Joe Biden. So we're seeing Laken Riley's story played out day after day. Today, 300 Americans are going to die from fentanyl poisoning. In Kansas last year alone, law enforcement officers were able to stop 200 pounds of fentanyl, enough to kill 40 million Americans. Kansas has 3 million people, but they were able to apprehend enough fentanyl to kill 40 million, enough to kill every Kansan 14 times. As the law enforcement officer said in our round table, we're not going to be able to wrest ourselves out of this situation. We need to secure the border. If our friends across the aisle were serious about securing the border, they would give us a vote on the Laken Riley Act and force law enforcement to detain any illegal aliens who commit a crime. I stand beside Senator Budd today, hoping that we get that vote this week. Thank you.
Next we have Senator Kennedy.